Okay. I have a few files here that are open. I have retrieve orders class. I have retrieve case class, and I also have a dump I did from Post Affiliate Pro in their tracer debugging tool area. This is a raw string. Okay, I'm grabbing. This is the same string that's processed by parse XML. Okay, and then this is the same string that's parsed a third time. Now, if you look at it in retrieve orders, we get response from execute curl, and here's the string being generated basically. Okay, and then it returns a response from Business Catalyst. All right, if the response is valid, let's just say it's valid. Okay, it's going to parse XML response. So this variable here looks like this. All right. By the way, there's 2 or 3 orders in here, by the way. Okay, not just one. And then this parsed XML variable is the second one here. Okay, this guy. Now, if you look at the difference, it chopped off the bottom. This 0 false, and I think it might put some carriage returns in here, although I'm not positive on that. But I know for certain it got rid of the 0 false. It got rid of this. All right. So parsed XML gets rid of the 0 false for certain. If it changes anything else, I'm not 100% positive. You might want to look into what this does. And then the third one, this XML here, this simple new XML call, creates this. It's not going to format it like this. I did this myself so I could view it, but it's it looks more like this right here. It looks like this. Okay, all right. But if you viewed it step by step, this is how it sends it. It creates these arrays. It creates this structure. Basically, if you broke it apart, you can get into the arrays. You'll start seeing field ID, field type, field name, that kind of stuff. So this is the kind of thing that I think that you can work with. It's again, that's after simple XML element is called. Then further, they're taking this and they're finding the start point. I think it's the start point. I'm not 100% positive how this XPath works either, but I think it finds the start point to order details, so it knows where to start. Then it's going to so basically each orders is going to go from here, iterate through each of the order details, and then call process order, which is here. Now, this is the string we're looking for. Okay, all right. This part is a single order. So normally what's going to happen is it's going to come down to this part here. This is where it normally was grabbing the PAP ID, okay? And that is retrieve case. But it basically, what it does is the same thing as the previous class, the retrieve orders class, except for it's a different XML file and a different XML an API call. It's in this case list entity retrieve. So it grabs the entity ID from the order, passes it in here, creates this request, gets the response back, and then what it does is it searches the XML file for the PAP field name, which is gotten this way. You should use this, by the way. Don't use the raw string. And then returns the field value. And this seems to work good. But it only works good because it's going off the raw data, the response file, which looks like this. And it doesn't look like this. Okay? So if you see the difference between the original, which is here, the response, okay, here's the response in the original, but it's parsed and it's modified the string before it does the search. Where in the class version, it doesn't modify the string, it doesn't parse it, it gets the raw string and does a search on the raw string to get the value. This works. So the key is that this portion of it works good under the cases, but we want to get it out of the order and not the cases. Okay? So I think the way to go is to figure out how to search for, instead of order details, okay, we want to search for the CRM form field, okay, or fields, one of these two. I'm not 100% positive which one. So what happens is that now you can iterate through each of the elements of the array in here, okay, just like this for each statement goes. So you'd say for each forms as form, and then process form, come down to here, and then you can do whatever you need to do. Obviously, you're going to create a whole new function, bunch of functions to do this. But the part that I'm not 100% positive of is how this X path and this simple XML element, what are the other member functions available to? What do they do? How do you use them? So basically, I think the key is this. We basically take a copy of this stuff, okay, and paste it here in this area, and we pass in XML order again to this. We use XML order with XPath, and we change this to be CRM form fields. And then what you look for, either the field name PAP value, okay, or even, we look for this field name PAP value, and if we find it, then we grab the field value, all right? And then we assign the field value to visitor ID, and then we're done, okay? Once we have the visitor ID, we're done. So